All right, guys, you have made it to the last one. Good job. Let's just hop in and get started. We've got a graph again, and so we're going to use this graph. I like to start with the table. It just seems to be the easiest, so let's start there. And you can work either way. I'm still going to label X and Y, but then I am going to label the axes to the left and right. I see you can either start at the top over here. If you see here, we start at 0, 180, and go to 6. So I think I'm just going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My 0 is with 180. And then 1 is right between 160 and 140. I'm going to guess it's 150. 2 is 120. 3 is 90. 4 is 60. 5 is 30. And 6 is 0. Uh, Instead of just X and Y, my X is presentations made. And it is still the domain. And it is independent. My Y is cookies left, and I cannot stress how important it is to label this because generally your answer to your questions come from your labels, from what you know is going on, and that is dependent, of course, and the range. All right, let's use that table just like we've been doing. Let's get an equation. I like to start with a totally clean calculator. It just makes me happy. Let's start at stat. Oh, wait, I gotta start at 0. And then let's go to the Y. We start at 180 and we count down by 30s. Let's make sure everything matches up. I think I've got it. Stat, calc, 5. Okay. It looks like we've got a linear equation with that a term being 0. We won't have an x squared. We'll just have an x. So let's write it down like we've been doing. A is 0. B is negative 30. And C is 180. So our equation is minus 30x plus 180. And I keep telling you I like to get rid of my 0 terms. All right, and so I've got it in f of x and y equals notation. Moving on, we're looking for the intercepts. And the good thing about this problem is that the intercepts are obvious. You can see them on the graph. My y-intercept is right here on the y-line, which I like. So it is 0 in the x place and 180 in the y place. My x-intercept is 6, 0. And if this one, it's very important to give a verbal explanation. My verbal explanation for the y-intercept is 0 presentations, but 180 cookies. And for my x-intercept, it's 6 presentations, and it's 0 cookies. Okay. And I like how easy that is there. Once again, you can see that this makes a straight line. So we know that the parent function is linear. Goes through 0, 0. Has a slope of 1. And then let's sketch what we can. Oh, 6, 0. And then you know everything is way up here. So the graph is already done for us, so we're just going to leave it at that. Our slope here, you can find it from the table, which I know you guys are very good at, or you can find it from the equation, and it's right here. So our slope, I like to put it in fraction form because it's more descriptive. So we have the change in y over the change in x. We know that y is how many cookies are left, and x is presentations made. So from what I see, 30 cookies are eaten at every presentation, at every one presentation. Or you could say cookies decrease by 30 for every one presentation. So 30 cookies are eaten at every presentation. Thanks, guys.